Hello and happy All Saints Wake 2024. Here we are for yet another year's worth of celebrations for the Halloween event in Final Fantasy XIV. If you want to take part in this, you must be level 15 or above. Come to the northern section of Gridania, known as Old Gridania, the Mi Keto's amphitheater over here, and you will find a quest. This quest will kick off one of two quests from the pumpkin-headed apparition that will eventually reward you with this year's Glamour award. The first one, the Ether-Starved Araman, involves you running around talking to NPCs nearby, and then the second quest, which will appear from Phil Cox, will actually give you the reward itself, which is a 5-piece Glamour set that is double dyeable. We'll look at that in just a moment. So once you have walked around, talked to a few people, used a soothe emote or two, you actually gain access to this outfit. Whilst we're also here, you also get an achievement for this year, which is obviously worth 10 points. You also get a notification that you have access to the Sneaky Hollow. If you're unsure what the Sneaky Hollow is, essentially it's a G-pose location. The little friends in life, yes. That is the achievement, as you can see, for 10 points, which, yeah, is nice. There's no title associated with it, unfortunately. It would have been cool to go with a title for that or something. The unusual Usher NPC, as you know earlier, will allow you to teleport into Sneaky Hollow. Sneaky Hollow, as you can see here, is a place you can teleport to and transform yourself by talking to these imps into many different types of NPC. There doesn't seem to be any upgraded for Dawntrail. I had a look, I didn't see Wook Lamar or anybody on the list, but of course you can just go to one of the locations and take some pictures if you want to, or hang out with your friends. Then let's move on to the next person. This is the Genal Geyser. This will allow you to get to the manor itself, the inside, which again is full of G-pose locations. There's very little else happening. Additionally, nearby is the bespectacled peddler wearing this top hat. If you click on them, you can get the second item from the event. For 2,000 gil, you can get the Flying Pumpkin, which is an indoors housing item. You can put this obviously in apartments or any other indoor space. It is enormous, as you can see, a giant floating black pumpkin with red piercing eyes. It's really cool. It doesn't have collision detection, so you can't use it as a step or anything, sadly. But as you can see, as we transition from the lights on to the lights off, it looks awesome in the dark. I was surprised at how big this item was, and yeah, it was just a really nice surprise, honestly. A lot of housing items are usually absolutely tiny, so this one is kind of cool. Now we need these for outdoor spaces. The Glamour set itself then, as we said before, is a 5-piece set consisting of horns, chest, gloves, legs, and boots. And as you can see, it's quite nice. I was quite happy with how this sits on my character. It's definitely a lot better in the game than it is on the website. The horns in particular are really cool. I really like the transitional colors. We've got obviously other horns for comparison there, but we've already got in the game, and they're sort of slightly bigger and better than the Ketobelpuss ones. The chest piece is probably one of my favorite elements of this, especially because of the dyeable tie. And the back of the chest piece with these wings hasn't grown on me fully yet. I kind of wanted the ability to dye those as well, but sadly they're not included in the dye palette. The legs, thankfully the belt is attached to those jeans, so I don't have to worry about that. And the fingerless gloves might be one of the coolest parts of this as well, especially if you combine this with a dress or something that covered the forearm. It would look really cool, honestly. The boots are really nice with the zips down the side. They are big and stompy. I really like those a lot. And if you wanted to see what the underside of the sole looks like, I've decided to include a shot for you there. A lot of times we forget to do that, but it is something you see quite a lot of, and sometimes there's coloration on boots. The top in particular is quite nice because it goes to you just above your belly button on your character, which means that all manner of different skirts will actually display, including the quaint twirls, which is pretty cool, honestly. The legs, as we say, they're shortcut just above the ankle, and the belt is attached, thankfully, to those legs. Quite nice actually on their own. I was not a massive fan of them on the website, but they look pretty good. The chain details are quite nice. I think the gloves are definitely one of the strongest points then, especially the nails in particular, with those little like stones, what are they, little stone studdy things, gemstones on the actual nails themselves. And the fact that there's double dye is absolutely exceptional for this. Really, really like those gloves. Then, of course, on different races, Hrothgar is not left out. They can obviously use the horns because it's not a full hat. And obviously, every single character is going to have a different, stance depending on how their body works. And the wings on the back actually do seem to poke out more on the larger races, such as Hrothgar and Rogadin, whereas the more humanoid or smaller races don't seem to have that at all. It depends how much your back actually arches, and there's a certain Viera you might remember from a character recreation wearing those horns, which looks great. Very surprising. So dies then, I went through the full front and reverse side of channel 1 and channel 2, reversing the colors just to give you a good idea. So starting from obviously undyed, then into snow white, all the way down to metallic purple, and the other side, the other channel be reverse. I think it looks pretty good in a variety of striking colors. I will say that the chest piece does look the best black, and I do love the fact that the tie itself is dyeable. It would have been nice if the wings were dyeable, like we say. And honestly, the legs are surprisingly nice when you dye them, because the belt has this beautiful texture you can't really see naturally on the outfit until you dye it. Same with the boots as well, actually. It looks really, really nice, especially with like turquoise on the tie or something like that. Even the bright pink looks good. But yeah, I was quite happy with the dye palette options. Again, yeah, I wish the wings were dyeable, but we can't have everything. We're gonna need a triple dye system. I don't know if that's on the cards. Probably not, right? I'm sure Yoshi P wouldn't enjoy the feedback that we want more dye options. I don't know. Very good dye options what we got though, in comparison to some sets. But yeah, with that chest piece, I mean, obviously it fits my Miku Glam perfectly that I recreated a while ago. With the Quain Trail skirt, which is, yeah, it's nice to be able to use that in combination. Very happy. I think a lot of people get a lot of mileage with the individual pieces, and of course you don't want to miss this event if you want to get this for free, because the likelihood is that the following year, this, as well as the pumpkin housing item, will be placed on the cash shop for purchase with real money. Anyway, let me know what you think about this year's rewards, and indeed the event itself if you have done it yet. Enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your weekend, and hopefully we get more items like this. Much love, more videos on the way, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.